All right, here we are. We're live. Worst intro ever, but whatever. Save it, Mark. Save it for. Like I said, the worst ever. All right, I won't subject you to the full countdown, but yeah.
I was just going to say happy Friday.
That's yes, happy Friday.
Hey there. Hey, Mark, happy Friday.
Hey, guys.
Second attempt at that countdown. It's like, oh, you can't do that. We got the duck back. The duck is back. We're on the free 20 hours. You know, it's amazing I can even do a banner down here.
Wow.
I feel like I've been put in a penalty box all of a sudden. Of course, today's Feature Friday, and we'll be talking TODD McFARLANE. Thought Mark might want to join in on that discussion.
Yeah, I'll be for a little while. I'm under the weather.
Are you? Yeah. You sound a little nasally. Yeah.
I actually had taken a half day today so that I could run around and do stuff. And of course, I got sick. So
yeah,
not doing anything. But it means I can come by and say hi.
Soup, and maybe, soup.
Yeah. It's not too, I think it's just a cold. I was going to show some of the stuff that I picked up before we get into McFarlane, though. Got the limited edition, the foil one, which interestingly, so it has a Golden Age Superman story with Santa. You'd expect that. Has a nice Neil Adams Batman Christmas story. That makes sense. Then you have House of Mystery, Bernie Wrightson in the Christmas special.
Nice.
And it's called Night Prowler, and they're watching the news and seeing all the scary stuff that's out there. So they hear a noise in the night. Guy gets his shotgun and goes downstairs, but then he stops and he smiles and he comes back to bed, and it's because the Prowler was Santa.
Now, all this was originally in this Treasury Edition, right?
Right, yeah. And so they got a Golden Age Wonder Woman. Was it HR or HG? I'm blanking on the classic Wonder Woman artist, Peters, I think.
I was saying this the other day. When it comes to Wonder Woman, I'm not an authority at all.
Yeah, I didn't. I mean, they were obviously aimed at little girls, but I wasn't a big fan of those. And they've got a classic Golden Age Sandman by Simon and Kirby.
Oh, cool.
Now those pages look a little wavered when you see them on camera here sideways.
Yeah, they are on newsprint and they're a little wavy. Yeah.
And how much did that lay you back?
$14.99, so not too bad.
They've been running $14.99. I think they.
I got an Amazon deal on Alex Ross's Fantastic Four for this expanded edition, which is hardcover, nice cloth cover, and it not only reprints his graphic novel at a large size, but it has like a couple of hundred pages of extras, including all the pencils, all the inks, the color guides, a sort of.
I haven't been following this. He has a series, right? But you're saying graphic novel. So did he do the graphic novel before the series that he's?
Yeah, I don't know anything about the series. He just put this out, and was one of these. This came out, I think it was Abrams Comic Arts, which is a different publisher that's licensed to do some Marvel things. They're the ones who are going to publish John Byrne's X-Men Elsewin.
Yeah, I want to get that.
Oh,
The
okay.
first,
Yeah,
first,
I'm excited.
first
I'm
one
excited.
of those is due out in April.
Well, I think they moved it back to June, but yeah.
Oh, did they? Okay.
Now,
And
are they going to do those in floppies or multiple trades, or how's that going to work? Does anybody know?
I think they're going to be hardcovers to start with.
3 volumes.
Oh.
All total.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I picked this up because of the last time I was on the show. This is Mark Silvestri's Batman and the Joker, The Deadly Duo. I haven't even opened it yet. But they had that on sale during the Prime thing.
Yeah, that had some great art in it by Silvestri.
Yeah. Good. Well, I picked it up, and then I'm going to play around with this. This is a the elements of pop-up. This is a book that actually teaches you how to do. It has page after page of these little things showing different engineering things to do pop-up for pop-up books. I thought it'd be fun to dig through that.
Hey, Matthew.
So that was my some of my Black Friday spending.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, I'm oblivious to Black Friday today. Didn't even get out, and probably just as well.
I only do it online. I stay in all that weekend.
I have an update on a Devil Flyer and Armor Flyer fighting piece that Ryan James is working on. I will embiggen it to give you details, but here's he's still working on it. He just sent me an image on the phone, so
yeah, it looks like Rorschach test at this point. Yeah,
is it?
Yeah, you can't really make it out on your phone, right?
All right, well, let me blow up some details. Maybe that'll help.
Oh, that's showing up some. Yeah,
some,
a
little bit, yeah, from side to side. Look how big he made that axe.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's like executioner sized, but yeah, he's working on this piece. And I've approached him about doing the Death of Devil Flyer. I don't know if we can reach an agreement or not, but we'll try. For a page rate for about a 10-page story. Which I started with another artist, Shadowhawk, as you know, but that fell through. So, Tree Goblin in the house. Hello, Tree.
Yeah. Hey, Tree. Good to see you, buddy.
I did get the partially drawn pages though from that artist, so and I do have it, mapped out of what I want. Let me see. I went and took a shower and came back after setting everything up, and then everything's like crashed. So that means my share screen was gone, since I got kicked or had to reboot. But nice black and white Todd McFarlane piece here where he's got the recent 90s. I've got that Fantastic Four. That was the die cut cover that had the hole there. You have a Wonder Man issue, a Silver Surfer, which I was buying at the time, and the start, I guess, of Thanos and the Infinity War, I guess, or no, it was it was
Infinity Gauntlet.
Infinity Gauntlet, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a George Perez, wasn't it?
Yeah, to begin with, and Ron Lim finished it up for some reason. And there's that X-Men too, which that placement of the X-Men #1 with the Beast cover and Storm cover, interlinking 5 issue, kind of gets lost there. They should have probably put a darker one there, overlap there. But I'm told Todd McFarlane puts an Easter egg in all his webbing. I forget what he puts in there. Do you know?
I do not. I've never heard that before.
It's like a famous guy. It's not Popeye. It might be Mickey Mouse. It's like a famous cartoon character.
Like it's Felix the Cat, isn't it?
Felix, maybe it's Felix the Cat. Yeah.
I think I have heard that.
Yeah, I
That
don't know if
makes
he does
sense
it in
because
every piece of art, but he'll do it like in his covers and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I have heard that about the Felix the Cat thing.
Mm-hmm.
I
it
remember
makes
Yeah, he's
first
sense.
a
seeing
big fan.
McFarlane. I think it was Batman Year 2. It was either Batman Year 2 or DC did an Invasion miniseries where these aliens were attacking. I don't remember which came first, but I specifically remember being interested in McFarlane when I saw that Batman Year 2, because he did this crazy cape stuff, which of course he went on to do on Spawn as well. But
Well, of course, he does the McFarlane toys. Look at that. He's even done a Black Canary and Vigilante.
Captain
I
Marvel
imagine he's done,
Jr., yeah.
yeah, Freddie Freeman is his name. Yeah. Who doesn't
Yeah,
want a
what
vigilante?
I think there was something about him possibly losing the DC license to Mattel or something.
Really?
So I'd heard that he was rushing out a bunch of stuff because of that.
I think I heard something about that as well. He's not going to be doing the was it Legends? Was it the Legends line he was doing? I'm not sure, but
Yeah.
or no, that's Marvel. It's doing the Legends.
Well, I know on
I think,
Marvels he can't do action figures on Marvels, so he's been doing statues.
mm-hmm.
That was his way to get around it.
But yeah, I don't know what I didn't get any details about what happened with him in DC. I just heard that I think like 2025 was going to be his last year of producing the toys.
Yeah, I'm sure the
Yeah, I
license
mean,
probably just came up for renewal and he got outbid.
Probably, yeah.
and of course the cover to Spawn #1 there.
Yeah, classic.
Probably the most signed Todd McFarlane book. Even he recommends, don't bring me Spawn #1. We printed so many of them, and I've signed so many of them. You know, there
Well,
are
he didn't
much.
sign mine,
Yeah.
so
They probably printed
yeah.
like 6 million of those things.
Yeah. I think I want to say I kept with Spawn for maybe the first 14 or 15 issues and then kind of died off. He left the book. He stopped drawing the book at some point fairly early on, too, didn't he?
Yeah, it wasn't very long. I think he did like the first maybe 8 issues or so, and then
I think you're right. And then he did like maybe some rotating.
Yeah, and then he brought in another guy for a short run, and then Capullo came in, I think.
Right, yeah.
And he inked Capullo on a lot of those issues.
Yeah, that was the one thing.
All the way up to number 100. So first 5 years of Spawn.
The toy line seemed to fall off when he started doing the DC stuff. I wanted to get that out. And Coyote here was the first Marvel sort of epic comics, thing he did for Marvel. Not this particular issue, but yeah, he was on Coyote. A lot of people don't know that. A title I never really bought. I might have bought the first one, maybe, or maybe it was just I looked at one. Maybe I got the very first one to see what it was like. I don't know, but
yeah, I got the Gru the Wanderer books. They were on the Epic label.
I have this.
Gru was fun.
Yeah, that's Batman Year 2. Yeah,
yeah, this was released in a 3-pack, and I have a 3-pack with this book in it.
Yeah. Well, of course, Batman Year 1 was Frank Miller and David Mazzucchelli.
Mazzucchelli, that was good. I like that one.
And then, if I remember correctly, Year 2 started with Alan Davis doing the art, and he dropped off at there. You can see Alan Davis in one of those panels of that, and then McFarlane did the last couple, and his work was really good and interesting. That was the first time I ever really looked at McFarlane and said, "Oh, that's interesting." Because you can see that's clearly in that 4-panel thing. You can clearly see that the upper left one was Alan Davis.
Right. Yeah, you can see Todd really developing that the cape work he likes to do so much with Spawn and that too.
Yeah, that was what was so dynamic. Yeah, and I wasn't reading
Mm.
his Marvel runs.
This is what I'm talking about his Incredible Hulk looking like the Goodyear blimp. You know.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah, I mean, look at him. He's wow. You know, wow.
I like McFarlane's Hulk, man.
I do
That
too,
was a
but
good run.
I'm like,
Yeah.
wow, yeah, nobody did him like, and I like, and this is the gray version that you're talking about, but it's cool that they gave him a green tongue.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, that was weird.
That's kind of nice. Yeah, gamma.
Yeah.
He had just had a lime popsicle right before.
Yeah, of course he
Yeah.
did. Yeah. I remember
The
in the
classic.
Defenders, he's like Hulk like beans, eating a can of beans, you know.
I think I remember that one. Yeah. For some reason, probably just because it stood out as kind of strange.
Kind of like Batman's ears. If Wolverine's little cow thing, those swooped back things can be too big or too small, and those are definitely too big.
Yeah, they're big,
Yeah.
and even the proportions of Wolverine, even though he's supposed to be a little stumpy guy, right? Really,
Right.
he looks a little stunted here, especially in the arms. You know,
Yeah, his arm does seem short.
Yeah.
I mean, when you
get the baby on.
when you stand up, you know, his hand is about hip area. Even if you're stunted, your hand, and I'm standing up right now, my hand goes down below my hip bone, you know, it goes down further. And and that arm is not really bent, you know.
No, it isn't. It isn't.
That is slightly too short of an arm. Sorry, Todd. That's my opinion.
It's a pin up. He probably dashed it off in a day.
Right.
As far as Wolverine's cowl goes, I actually prefer the original costume with the smaller ears.
Oh, really? I'm not on board with the small ears.
I like
do know people. I do know there are people who like that, though.
I like you said, if it's drawn perfectly well, like John Byrne used to do it, I like the big eared costume. But a lot of people would, make them a little wonky. I don't know.
Don't you have the artist edition, Mark? I thought you might have this.
I do not. I've got some McFarlane stuff in one of the Marvel covers.
Okay,
but
like
I said,
this one.
I have never been. I didn't have a problem with Spider-Man, but I was never a regular reader of his comic. And I think that was because early on when I went looking, when I first started reading X-Men and stuff, and usually the Spider-Man artists prior to that were kind of generic looking. I felt like they put it was almost more like having Kurt Swan on Superman. It was more pedestrian stuff on Spider-Man.
He definitely did the flattened short hair. I noticed an image with Hulk with long hair, and I just thought it's like Superman with long hair. I just can't get behind that. It's just not a look, I'm accustomed.
I did grow up in the 70s where the Hulk had a fair amount of hair.
Yeah. Well, I don't. I don't mind. It makes sense. If he's like Savage, Hulk, that would make. But I just don't like the long hair on those characters. Like when Superman came back with that mullet. Oh my God!
Yeah, I didn't. I was never on board with that.
Yeah.
They're one of the
course,
most hate covers of all time.
Oh yeah. And I remember when it came out, and I bought it off the stands.
Yeah.
But no longer have my copy, and probably won't for a while. This is Todd McFarlane there, but whoever inked him.
Yeah, whoever inked him took all the McFarlane out of it. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks definitely different there. I like the black sun back there. Do you see the black sun?
Yeah.
Or whatever that is, this void of stars. That's looks like it might be lost a big dialogue balloon at the bottom there. You definitely got that 90s busy feel, huh?
Yeah, McFarlane went to town on the spider webs. He drew them like crazy.
Oh yeah.
They definitely were.
I remember, him saying that he actually went more than 11 by 17 to a larger, and I think he still does with Spawn, so that he can add more detail, and then shoot it down.
Yeah.
But he upsized a lot of the Spidey stuff on Spidey. That's when he started doing that. And I think he carried that over to a lot of his Spawn stuff.
Yeah. I think I remember reading that comics were traditionally done two times up, but one of the artists in the 60s was the first one to do it down, because I think that's 1.5 times, and all the other artists jumped on board because it saved paper. They cut the boards smaller and they could use less ink.
Oh yeah, I mean the Golden Age
in the chat, and the Ninja Janko. Hello.
The Golden Age stuff is huge, and it really does vary from.
Yeah, I've got
companies.
I've got a couple of artist editions from EC, one for Mad and one for the covers they did for EC, and those books are gigantic.
Yes, there's.
Is that Mrs. McFarlane? I don't think I've ever seen his wife before.
Yeah, I'm not sure I have either.
Yeah, her name is actually Wanda too.
Wanda, like Scarlet Witch.
Spawn's wife's name.
Well,
he was human.
Yeah.
But didn't that say 38 years of marriage? I guess that gets that far back.
Let's see. This is a post from 2023. So,
okay.
38 years of marriage. So it would be 40 years of marriage now, plus 7 years dating. 45 years total. So
that gets you far enough.
It'd be like 47 years at this point together. Wow.
Yeah, I think they got together like in junior high school or something. They've been together forever.
How come Tom Holland can't get his legs that far back?
Yeah. I mean, isn't that true?
Well,
yeah.
With the CGI, he should be able to.
But no one ever says, this about Spider-Woman. Where's her organs? Where's her spine? But I mean, look at this here.
Yeah.
Well, nobody ever mentions the fact either that when Spider-Man's attacking you, he's coming at you balls first. That's pretty wild.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Yeah.
Shout out, that's called ballsy.
Mm. Big brass balls.
Well, if I was a villain, I might be scared.
I would be. Just
I-
firecrackers swinging at your face. I'd be dodging like a mother.
That's a character called Monolith, I believe.
Yeah.
Kind of a busy cover here. I mean, showed the
Has
black and white.
McFarlane worked on any other books? I'm guessing that he worked on this Monolith. Was there any other books that he worked on besides Spawn after he broke off and went to Image? Because he didn't take part in that Heroes Reborn thing.
No, I think yeah, since he left Image, I think it's just been Spawn. I don't remember him doing any other projects.
Yeah, I would think he's got enough with McFarlane
I'm
toys
certainly
and
not
stuff. You
all
know?
the way up to date with him, but
Yeah,
as far as I know, he hasn't really done anything except Spawn.
Here,
but it does
signing
kind
a
of
bunch.
take you out of. It's kind of like Howard Stern going to Sirius. You know, he makes more money, but then he sort of disappears from the main stream.
He's got one of the largest Hulk brows. He's almost like he swallowed the leader, and he does need to attend Fatties R Us. I'm just saying, look at this cover. You know,
Yeah, he does seem more bulky than just muscly.
He's puffy. Yes.
Yes.
But yeah, I guess Pat always kind of.
I think Tom Holland would do a lot of yoga. A lot of yoga to get his feet behind his ears.
Tank says you're a mystery guy. Of course, this is Mark Largent with us. Tank Ferret, you know who Mark is. You should be able to tell his voice. He's got a pretty distinctive voice.
Famously known for his Star Trek.
Well, here's a question.
Puppet.
Here's a question for you guys. Early on, you know, it was Spidey versus Venom. Do you think Carnage and Scream and all the others have kind of watered that down since Maximum Carnage? Because I know he kind of became a semi-good guy, Venom. But yeah, there in the early days, Venom was showed up a lot of times trying to take Peter out, you know, and that kind of lessened with all these other symbiotes.
Yeah. Well, you know, that's what happens when a character becomes popular.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. The only symbiote out of all the rest of them that I even liked was Carnage, but that was because he had an actual interesting story. It made sense how he got to be, you know, a little piece of the Venom entity or whatever you want to call it on him. So that one I don't mind. All the rest of them I haven't kept up with any of that.
There's his character Scorched. I mean, look at those guns, ridiculously big. You know.
Welcome to the gun show, Rick.
And the shell, I mean, the shell would be as big as the girl's nose. One shell, you know.
Yeah, that's a workout just to hold up one of those guns.
Yeah, I mean, are they made out of paper mache?
Like,
yeah, I'm kind of thinking that it would be very difficult to aim with if they had any kind of
They're coming out with those magnetic coil guns now, where they can launch like washers instead of bullets, and you can just rapid fire these things, dude. It's wild.
Wow, that would hurt to get hit by a washer. Be like a little
they're
throwing
freaking,
star.
It's not gonna hurt. It's gonna kill you. I've watched ballistic tests with these things. It will go right through you. They're very cool though, because you can make them like they make like a bullpup almost, which I don't know if you guys know pew-pews or not. But it's like a very short, like almost like a short shotgun, like battle shotgun, you know, where it's you're very maneuverable. But
Good thing
because they
Wolverines.
fire like little washers, you can stack like 100 of those things in a magazine. It's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
That looks like an Arthur Adams Wolverine.
Well,
yeah, then Spidey does too a little bit. I guess that is McFarlane.
Doesn't to me, but I mean, yeah, I mean, good thing Wolverine's so stocky and short to the ground, because if a stiff wind comes around, he's going to fly away with that headdress there.
Yeah. Yet Spidey's in the foreground and much smaller than Wolverine.
Yeah, right.
Well, he's actually like, it looks like he's swinging with his ass actually like skimming the ground. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's
scooting along on the carpet. Yeah.
Spidey should be closer to you and larger. All right, let's say he's not even a larger frame than Wolverine. He's certainly taller, but again, the proportions are off.
Looks like Spidey is an 8-year-old. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the proportions are off.
Well, Spidey would definitely be thinner than Wolverine. Wolverine's not supposed to be a skinny guy. He's short and really stocky.
Yeah.
He's a fire plug, you know?
Yeah. But Peter Parker is supposed to be relatively tall, though, isn't he? He's not short.
Right.
No, I don't think
Peter Parker
is
Peter Parker 6 feet tall? Surely he's like 5'11" at the least.
I'm thinking like 5'10", 5'11", if I remember right from the Marvel Universe handbook. But yeah, he's almost 6 feet tall, if not.
I'm not trying to feature every.
And Carrie.
Peter Parker's supposed to be 5'10".
Of course, he's a writer of Spawn. You know, he's written a lot of issues as well.
Right. Didn't they? Was it 301? Was that what he did to bypass Cerberus?
Yeah, I believe so.
301, yeah.
300, 300 tied it, and then 301 broke the record.
That's when I jumped on board with Spawn, and I actually went back to like 390 to catch up, something like that. There he is in the Spawn cape. I would have cast more light on it. You can't hardly see what he's, just the highlight of his face. It looks like an exaggerated how he might draw the cowl, the levitation cowl of Doctor Strange. Really way out there.
Oh, yeah, gotcha.
I did like the McFarlane. There was an element of McFarlane's art that was a little cartoony.
Oh, definitely. Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, especially I really he kind of, I don't know if he started it, but I really noticed it with McFarlane when he would use the eyes of the costume to actually, kind of show emotion instead of just being the straight costume.
Yeah.
Or he'd have like one squinty eye when he was, questioning something, or
kind of like the Spock's raised eyebrow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't know if he was the first guy to do that, but I know he used it pretty effectively when he was doing Spider-Man.
I want to say Ditko did some of that. I think John Romita Sr. really solidified it. He wanted it to be a specific shape. Yeah.
Yeah, because for a long time, they didn't you couldn't tell any kind of emotion on Spider-Man's face. But, then they started making where the eye slits would get, changed shape a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which I thought that was a good move, actually, because it gives you a little more flexibility with emotion on Spider-Man and stuff.
I do too. It's even made it into the MCU, right?
Yeah.
So, they mechanically figured out how to change his eye shape. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was cool.
And of course, it's a Stark created suit, so it's got all the cool heads up displays inside of his eye pieces and
Yeah.
stuff. That's pretty cool.
Of course, they left him at the end of it with just a regular costume that he sewed himself. So, but I'm assuming they'll still do the eyes that way in it.
Well, actually, Tony took the suit away from him in that last movie because he was kind of not doing what he was being asked to do. And then
Well, there was
the movie, I don't know if it was a
then,
bonus scene or what, but he gives him back the costume. He gives him
right.
the enhanced costume.
But by the last of the Spider-Man movies that they did, Tony Stark was dead, and the Doctor Strange spell changed it so that nobody knew that Peter Parker was Spider-Man. So he had nothing from Tony Stark at that point. And
That's right. Yeah, I forgot about that.
His own costume, which looked like the classic Spider-Man costume.
Yeah, so that should be interesting to see how they bring it back, where they're gonna go with that.
Yeah.
Or if they just completely ignore it. You never know.
Well, it looks so good. It would be a mistake to lose it. Yeah.
Right.
Spawn number one, of course.
I mean, I guess they kind of did the same thing with Superman, right? They kind of went back to the old school, more, actually looking like a fabric costume instead of the new, like, painted on second skin.
Yeah. Well, I think they make so many of them look like they're made out of rubber, which would not be a comfortable suit to wear.
Yeah. No, especially if they're fighting and running and all that stuff. It's not going to be good.
Yeah.
Whether Todd McFarlane lives or dies, I think there will be eventually there you go, ink by Todd McFarlane there, Shadowhawk.
And hail, Eric and boy. A Spawn movie, Rex? Is that where you're going?
Yeah, there'll be a second Spawn movie. Yeah.
Yeah, I just his insistence that he direct it means he's going to have to pay for it. Nobody's going to put up the money for him to direct a movie that's going to cost that much money to make.
Well, that's what's been holding it up all this time, is because none of the studios have been willing to, take a chance on McFarlane, first-time director. Yeah. It's just like, no, dude, we're not spending $3 billion on a movie.
$30 billion, yeah. But yeah, he seems to be digging his heels in about that, and
he's in a position where he can do that too. I mean, he can, just will it to his kids or whatever, and then they can do what they want later. They want to sell the rights.
True,
but
I do think
Todd is also famously known as being very stubborn.
Yes,
he doesn't like to take directions from others very much. That kind of thing.
Is that Winnie the Pooh?
Oh, dude, that's my poster. That's on my wall right now.
This is?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll show you.
Okay.
Let me turn the light on. This is one of the few things that I have still on my wall that's not a indie or a CG book, because God, I'm talking. Hold on, gotta rearrange the camera again. Camera.
Yeah, this is not easy. So once I've been sharing, all right, wait a minute.
Everything with StreamYard is a pain in the butt now. You gotta do an extra step for everything. Okay, here we go. See?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Here we go. There we go.
Nice.
And that's 24 by 36. That was
okay. That's not the one with
came out. It was
That's cool though. Yeah, because I actually, that came out in that book, Spawn and Batman came out in a 3-pack at Dollar Trees years ago. And it was on the outside, and I was going around different towns to all the Dollar Trees trying to pick up those 3-packs at checkout and got several of those, and sold several. Still have about 10
That's
copies
cool.
of that. Because I mean, that's a 40-year-old book by this point, at least.
Oh yeah, that's
like
not cool. It's a 40-year-old poster, dude. That baby's been on my wall for years and years.
Yeah, I've got some promo stuff. I love the promo posters that were not necessarily even available to buy.
Oh yeah, like the Wildcats #1. I've got the oversized chromium one that only dealers could get. You had to order, I think, 100 copies of the book or more.
That's wild. I never saw any chromium ones.
No, that's fucking
my!
tight. Well, they had a chromium folded one that they put out with that book. It was 11 by 17 unfolded, but in the chromium you could never get rid of the crease. It's never going to come out. So for the dealers, they increased. I think they doubled the size again, and then they sent it rolled. So when I got mine, my guy didn't even open it. He knew I was the image guy in the store, and I collected everything image. So he just called me. He's like, "You want me to put this poster aside for you? It's chromium." I'm like, "Yep."
Yeah, that's great.
Cool. Yeah, those things weren't available, and I imagine people like to show those things off, and they got sun bleached. If
I've never seen another one. I check on eBay every now and again, and people will have the little, the small one, the 11 by 17 with the crease in it. But I've never seen another one the same as this one.
Wow. So there probably weren't that many of them out there to begin with.
Yeah, like I
guys,
said, go
ahead. I'm slowly losing energy. I tried to rally for a while, but
here is
all right, Mark.
Carrie's drawing.
So y'all have a great weekend. I'll talk to you guys later.
All right, Mark.
I'm gonna go.
All right, Mark. Have a good one, buddy.
Take some vitamin C or something. Bye.
There you go.
Sun going down. Kind of like the Hulk. Sun going down, big guy.
What am I going to do about dinner? I have no idea. Oh, Rex kicked himself?
Yes, I did. Because things, when I share stuff like that, everything shrinks, and it's just best to just kick myself and bring up,
just come back.
Start all over.
Okay. Like I said, they made it so damn difficult with StreamYard. Now you got to do an extra step or two with everything. And then I keep getting this.
It could just,
Yeah, you broke up there, Rex. I couldn't hear that last sentence very well.
It could be my system. 31 years, not 40 years old for the Spawn and Batman. Okay. Yeah, I kind of was weaving that in there. I don't know if you heard me, 30 instead of 40. Yeah. But I mean, yeah, it's an older book, and to get it for what, less than $1, I guess, about $1 a few years back. That's insane.
No,
that's
Carrie,
not even cover price.
I haven't seen it yet, Carrie. I'll take a look at some point this evening. Did you send it on Instagram, dear?
I just showed it up on the screen. Did you not catch it? That's why I had to kick myself.
No, I did not.
Back.
I was reading the chat. I wasn't looking at the screen.
You were on another screen. I get it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's not it.
It's not what?
Nothing. That's not it.
She Spawn #1. I didn't even know that was a thing. She Spawn.
Yeah, I don't know how long that lasted, but yeah, it was a thing.
That's part of the Spawn universe, right? Sort of the expansion
Yeah, I
of
mean,
the Spawn universe, like the
yeah, kind of,
Scorch
like
title or the
medieval Spawn. You got what's the
Gunslinger.
Gunslinger
Gun.
Spawn? Yeah,
Uh
so he's Todd has always
huh.
done
King
like
Spawn. King.
variations on Spawn. Like, yeah,
Uh huh.
uh, he even
Monolith
did like
looks pretty
a
cool.
yeah, Monolith looks pretty neat.
Monolith
I'm not
looks kind of
familiar with
wicked.
his titles. So when did this one come
Yeah.
out, Rex?
Fairly recent. I think they're like on the third issue or something. I didn't even know this was a thing. I've collected
And
main Spawn
obviously
title.
he's part of the Spawn universe, right? I mean, he looks like a Spawn, so with the green eyes.
Yeah, he's part of the Spawn universe. Here he's
Okay.
but here he does not. So they're doing something different with the nose in both of these, you know.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Maybe they settled for the skull going for his nose. I don't know. Uh,
Or maybe it's just the difference. Oh wait, no, it looks like they added the extra skull over the nose there on that. Yeah, interesting.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I don't know
Yeah,
if
because
that's
he's got
it looks like that
two
might be the
skulls,
final.
and yeah, he's got two in the black and white, and then he's got three on the color version. So
Well, actually they go ahead. If you see there's like two more back there. Like it goes down
well,
the
I mean,
middle of
yeah,
his
but
spine,
I'm just talking about
you
what
know.
you can see down his forehead to his nose. Because see, it doesn't
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
on the right hand side, it's not even drawn in over his nose. There's just two. And if you
Right.
look at the color
Yeah. Well,
version,
I mean,
there's a third
I'm
one.
saying you can see that it goes around though. He's got a
I
couple
think
that
that
goes around to the
skull is,
back.
yeah,
But
it's actually
now,
supposed to like incorporate his nostrils as the eye holes for the skull. I
oh
think
yeah,
that's what's going on.
uh, yeah, or
Yeah.
like under the cheekbones. But now if the skulls go around to his back, they're going to be upside down, right?
Mm,
Yeah, unless he switched them around the other way
unless
and then do a
unless
reversal.
you switch the direction. You just when you get to the top of his head, you draw the next one facing down, going
Mm-hmm.
back down the back of his head. So at some point you would have like two round parts of the skull coming together, and then they continue on either way from there.
So there's Wanda, and
Right.
then their baby, their child, right? Now she didn't have the child
Mm-hmm.
with Spawn, right? Al Simpson.
No. She, I believe
It,
she already had the baby
yeah, it
before they
was
got
this.
together.
Oh, was it? Oh, okay, okay.
I think. I don't remember for sure. Thanks.
Or maybe she was pregnant and he died in Vietnam, and the
Oh no, yeah,
because
that's what it was. She was pregnant when he died, and then when he ended up coming back, the baby was like already 3 or something because of the way that
yeah,
Malabology had put him back. Yeah,
yeah.
because he didn't
Now
necessarily
this is
bring him back like up to the point of where reality was. Right, he brought him back and just kind of dropped him in there.
now this isn't Todd McFarlane artwork, but it's a Todd, you know, Spawn Universe
Yeah,
title, but definitely doing a riff on like um Bernie Wrightson's Frankenstein, wouldn't you think?
yeah, it looks a little bit. Uh,
Yeah,
yeah,
with the nose and everything. Yeah,
yeah, a little Bernie influence there. I do
I
believe
think so.
Todd's a big Bernie fan as well. So.
Well, who isn't, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
that's That's true. I don't know too
You
many people
you
who aren't.
you got to be hit by a truck not to be, right?
Uh, it is what it is, Rex. There was a time when I was younger when I was not a Jack Kirby fan. I just didn't appreciate
Right.
him yet until I got
Yeah.
a little
Yeah.
bit older. You know. So,
Oh, definitely. I think
speaking of
you come to
big
appreciate
appearances, would love to have Todd on sometime. But you guys gonna have EVS tomorrow? Very nice.
Yeah, if he shows up, man, we're gonna have him on the Rex X and Apex show at 11 a.m. Central,
I
12
suppose.
Eastern.
Yeah, I suppose there's no guarantee that he'll show up, but if he does, that's quite the little feather in Hex's cap.
Oh, definitely. I mean, he, wanted. I mean, he always shoots for the stars. You got to give it to him.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay. I ain't putting him down. I'm just
Right.
surprised that he actually got uh, EVS to agree to it because lately he's been kind of gun shy with the smaller creators. You know, he's tired of
Yeah. Yeah.
getting his hand bit every time he tries to feed somebody.
Well, I get it. If you're going to be a controversial figure, it would be easy to sideswipe him, with questions or whatever with the speak, go after him,
Oh, dude,
So
yeah, people find out, yeah, it might be easy to sideswipe them with some kind of stupid questions, but you just open up yourself for a can of either whoop ass at that point. And he is very good at sparring on the internet and trolling and all that shit. It
oh,
even
definitely
got it down to a science.
right.
So yeah, you don't want to verbally spar with him too much.
Right. I like. Here's your lizard representation for today, Lorenzo. The lizard from Marvel Legends here. Um,
Just
the
a
tail looks
team.
a little weak to me, but then it's they're making these Marvel Legends cheaper and cheaper. I do like the articulation of the ripped lab coat, though, especially the back there that's even stained.
Yeah, he looks just I don't know, a little bit too hunchy. You know what I mean? Too
Yeah,
like it's
yeah,
he's so crouched down. I get it, but I mean, it looks pretty cool.
right.
But for posability wise, it's gonna restrict what you can do with him.
We talked about the platinum issue. There's the platinum issue that came out, Spider-Man #1 on the right.
Yep, I got that one.
Of course, they did a newsstand edition, a regular,
Hmm.
uh,
Yeah, I got I don't know how many copies of Spider-Man #1.
yeah. I'm not even sure I have. I've went back and I've tried to get some of the McFarlanes, and I have. I might have the platinum. I might even have a regular #1. I just don't know at this point. Um,
Well, if you're looking for McFarlane's Rex, I've got a good chunk of his Spider-Man run. So
well, I know, with the Spawn run running from about 150 to 250 is rare territory. People really in the 100 issues there were not buying Spawn like they used to, and some of those can be hard to find. I actually have
yeah,
this
and
one. I got some of the 20th anniversary ones, and this is the Savage Dragon #1 sort of homage cover. I actually have this one and a few others. Um, they
oh,
even did like famous covers like Amazing Fantasy #15 and other things,
mm-hmm.
for the 20th anniversary.
Right,
They
right.
did quite a few
Like
covers. I don't
all,
have them all, but I've got quite a few of them. 5
was
or
it all like
6.
homage covers yeah, which is cool. I like a good homage cover. There's nothing wrong with that.
here you go. This is the regular newsstand right there.
Yep. I've got quite a few of those.
Mm-hmm. And that was a cheaper price than the platinum back here.
Yeah. The platinum one I think was like another $1.50 or something.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
But yeah, I got the I think at that time I could probably got them all from my comic shop, but
well, I think Marvel was reticent to these are cool. I think
man, it's cool.
Todd they were reticent to let Todd do what he wanted with on Spider-Man, but it became so popular once he got his foot in the door because it looked so cool. Everybody was buying it, making him to a superstar. Right. But I think Marvel was reticent at first to kind of let him do what he wanted to do with Spider-Man. I don't think it was a given.
I get that from Marvel to a certain extent, because you don't want somebody coming in and just wrecking your character. But of course, that was 30 years ago. Now they seem to let anybody in the door and let them do whatever they want.
Hey,
so, I can understand why McFarlane went, yeah, fuck this shit. I'm going to go make Image. Take my buddy Jim and Eric and a couple other guys with me.
And there was a gold edition too. Wasn't this in printing?
Yeah, I wasn't sure if I remember that correctly or not, but I believe I've got that too. Hey, that Elter. God dang it. Elter Zanley. Walter Danley. LZ,
wow.
What's up, buddy?
Wow, and I thought I mixed it up,
I pulled a Rex right there, man. My mouth wouldn't work.
Elder Panley. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. Yeah. This is a rare one. Do you think you've got this? Malibu Sun?
Oh, no. I don't have that.
13?
No, yeah. I know I don't.
I've got a few with the Malibu Suns, but I don't have this one.
No, I don't have that one. I looked for this one a couple of times, but the only times I've found it has been like this graded, and I'm not paying for a book in a tomb. I just don't do it.
You can take it out of the slab. I'm just saying. What? Okay.
I know,
wait a minute.
And then you immediately devalue it, right? So you paid all this money so that you could break it open and read it, and
you got to do your research now. I mean, there's some slab books.
Get it regraded.
Well, I mean, you're not going to do that anyway. I'm just saying, if you had like a Amazing Fantasy 15 that you could win on auction, or you won for a ridiculously low price because maybe there wasn't enough exposure, things like that happen. I'm just saying, are you not going to bid on it because it's in the slab? I mean, even though it's a ridiculously low price.
I mean, if it was an incredible deal, first of all, I wouldn't not bid on it because it was in the slab. I would probably not bid on it because if it's that crazy of a good deal, then I'm going to assume it's probably fake. So I would probably, end up not bidding on it because if you're getting that good of a deal, it's probably going to be fucking a fake.
Okay. All right. You're going to make this tough on me, aren't you? Let's say it is one of the top dealers, that's Mile High Comics or something. I don't know. And
you're guaranteed this thing is. You're guaranteed it's real. Okay,
it's then guaranteed. It's Heritage Auctions, and you can win this thing for $2. I would
pull the trigger. Yes.
Yes, you
would. I would pull the trigger, but the problem with
you can take it out of the slab.
No, because the problem with that is it's been slabbed, it's been graded, and it's been auctioned at a certain fucking price. If you take it out of the slab now and then try to resell it or go re-slab it, then there's a record of that. It's been taken out of the slab, it's been re-slabbed. It's probably going to get a poorer grade since it's been opened and reread. You're going to lose money on that deal. I mean, you might still make money when you sell it.
Well,
But
you need to watch some things on
again,
slabbing. Like, you know, when I was talking, we were talking slabbing. They're like, yeah, slabbing's not what it used to be, and I totally agree with that. Now that I've looked into it, actually, there's some that are, you know, selling slabs for less than it takes to slab them. Are you,
I know
you know, to
that's what
me,
I'm saying. And yeah, that whole industry has taken a hit because of
it
some
has, yeah.
revelations of
Hmm.
practices of the past, the way books were being treated, how the grading system was like not necessarily very fair. I mean, there's a bunch of things involved with all that. But
Yeah.
yeah, personally, I would rather just shop somebody like my collection where it's somebody that takes real good care of their books. They put them in a bag and a board as soon as they get them. They keep them temperature controlled. They don't let them get too hot, too cold, too moist, too dry.
Right. Right. Hmm. Now, see, there was a time I wouldn't buy moisture damaged, you know, uh, books, but you know, sometimes you get things in lots. You know, I got a moisture damaged Charlton recent. I
Mhm.
mean, you know,
Well,
I
yeah,
mean, you
especially
pick
if you
up,
buy like a couple of long boxes or something, or it's
yeah.
you're
Well,
gonna
I
come
mean,
up with some stuff that's questionable.
I would rather have a copy of it, even damaged. Now, some people are, and at one time I was like, I don't want that in my collection, but it's better than having nothing. You know, it can be a filler till you can get a better copy if you want a better copy of it. You know, you might
Well, at least
not want a
you
better
got a
copy.
reading
I get
copy,
it.
right? You got if it's a junky one, then there's no reason
Exactly.
why you shouldn't be able to read it and enjoy it. And
Yeah, and
then
let me tell
now
you,
now in that kind of position, Rex, if it was like say Wolverine 181 or something, right? And I've got a
uh-huh.
crappy uh reader edition that I've had for years. But I would really like to have a nice one. And a slab came across my, table or a really nice copy, a very fine copy for an incredible price. Then
Right.
I would definitely buy that nice copy just to have it for the collection. Then I still got my reader whenever I want to read,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but I don't have to
And
break it out of a plastic coffin to read it. You know.
well, like I got remember I won off X. I won that contest and got that static number one that was 9.8. I
Oh yeah,
won it.
sure.
All I had to do was
Hmm.
pay for shipping, and the shipping wasn't that bad. It was definitely worth that. I mean, um,
Yeah, but I mean, how often are you going to win a slab comic, dude? It's not like you're going to have a collection of slab comics that you won in your
no, and
contest.
I can't. I probably got a short box full of slabs. I don't have a lot of slabs, but I had bought a slab book and Silver Age book for that matter. Or was it early bronze? I guess it's late, around 67, 68, something like that. It was Silver Age. Marvel, and
Uh-huh.
Marvel is what sells. Marvel is selling the Marvel back issues when it
Oh
comes
yeah,
to slab books. Everything else pretty much not.
really?
That shows you the power of Marvel. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Everything got a boost
Mighty Marvel.
during the pandemic years, but now it's kind of leveled out, and some of them have lost a bunch of value, some have not. But I have bought, when you buy in groupings and whatnot, sometimes you can get a better deal. I got a mid grade, maybe 6.5, one of those. Uh, the title that the Guardians of the Galaxy first made their appearance in. I got one of those with the
Mm-hmm.
Black Knight on the cover. I think it is $6.50. Why wouldn't you get that slab? Why wouldn't you get that book? I mean, I just that doesn't make sense to me. Why wouldn't you get that? Now I had bought some other
It
books
was
with that and brought the
it was in
shipping
a
cost down.
slab for $6.50.
That's what I'm saying. If you know what you're doing, you can, and you're buying multiple things and yeah, I was picking up some great slab books
Well,
for this
yeah, but I
one.
mean,
And
see,
I turned
that's not
around and
even.
resold it. I was reselling. I didn't keep everything. I resold that
All right,
stuff.
no,
Oh
I
yeah.
understand that, but I'm
Uh-huh.
just saying that. I mean, at that point,
See you, Eric.
well, why did the guy even get it slabbed to start with? If you're gonna have to sell it for less than it cost you, that doesn't
Well,
make
they
any
put it up
goddamn
for
sense.
auction. They put it up for auction, and it was like probably started at 99 cents. And there just wasn't that much interest in that book, although it was a Silver Age book, you know.
Well, see, that's just stupid because if you went to the trouble of getting it graded and slabbed, then you have to start it at least what you have invested in it.
I have
$50
made a lot of
minimum bid.
money on stupid. Made a lot of money on stupid,
Well,
even
I
at
get
yard
it.
sales.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
What's his face used to say? There's a sucker born every
All I'm
minute.
saying is, if the price is right, even if it's in a slab, I'm going to buy it. You know, I'm not going to let the slab
Well,
dissuade me. You're
dude,
getting
I have
more.
never fucking come across a fucking slab comic that people weren't asking too much money for just because it was in a plastic tube. I'm sorry, I haven't run across that in the wild.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's some valuable books. You know, I've been watching some videos, doing some research recently, and there's some valuable books that have went down after the pandemic prices. And some of those
Right, but
are
you're
your
also see,
huh?
you're a whole different kind of collector than I am, Rex. I did my time with Marvel and Image and DC and all the Malibu, all the old guys that used to be around. Since 2018, when I got back into comics, I am only supporting CG and people related to the CG indie community. That's all
Right.
I buy. I don't go looking for back issues, even though there
Yeah.
are some I would love to have. I'm not spending any money on Marvel or DC or anything.
Okay.
I'm
Well,
just
how
not doing
about
it.
like me? I went to the dollar box and picked up she number 3, 4, and on up to like 11 for $1.
Yeah, well, that's great if you can come across something like that.
And they're in
But I
like
don't
near mint
really.
shape. They're 30
I
something
know
years
that, but
old.
like I told you too, all the comic shops around me are not what they used to be. And even the ones that have
Okay.
back issues only have a very limited selection of long boxes in the stores. It's not like it used
Right.
to be,
Well,
bro.
I picked up Professor Murph's number 1. I picked up Florida Man. I picked up Gary Martin's book, The
Unplugged.
Titan Mighty Mouse. That was the first one I saw. So I'm seeing, and like the cryptids from Oliver and them. It's out there somewhere. I just haven't come across it. But
Cryptidnals? Is that the one?
Cryptidnals, yeah. I mean, you can buy CG stuff at your local comic book store if you have a good, you know, if you
Yeah,
look,
no,
you know. Or
there are people, yeah,
what if somebody was
but a
in
lot of that
CG
too.
like Billy Tucci She? You might not be Billy Tucci She. It might be some other artist in CG, you know, with maybe not. I mean, you just don't buy back issues. I get it.
No, and I don't
You know,
go to the comic shop very often because I'm not looking to go buy back issues. So, you
right.
know,
Yeah.
I I buy all my stuff direct from you
Well,
guys that I associate with here online.
you are to be commended for that, sir. You remember a while back I bought, like maybe earlier this year, it might have been even last year. I bought a small Charlton lot and got like a
Yeah.
John Byrne Space 1999. I got some of his Doomsday +1 issues. And I also got these Ghostly Haunts, which actually I was trying to find this Scary Tales number 4 because it had like a swamp bog like story. I'd seen something on YouTube and said, oh, I got to get that. And this was the best deal to get that with. But yeah, this Ghostly Haunts here, number 50, was water damaged. But am I not going to buy that whole lot of good stuff just because this one's rippled? Hell no. This is a good reader copy anyway, you know. And
Yeah, I
for
mean, as
all
long as
those,
it's not, bloated beyond, readability.
yeah,
If you
right.
got one out of 100 that's, a little damaged, but you're getting a good deal on the lot. Of course, you're going to buy the lot. Why not?
Maybe 10 issues. I can't remember, but yeah, certainly this comic here is not really worth $4.20, which each one averaged out to, but the John Byrne issues are, the other Scary Tales are, so I took a hit on this one book. So what? It's still readable.
And
it's not
probably
like
a
the
few
pages are sticking together.
Right, and that was the average cost. So there's probably more than a few of them in there that are worth more than $4.20.
And when
So it's going to make up.
When bidding on lots like that, I say, how much is this going to cost me after shipping per issue? And that really tells you if you got a deal or not.
Yeah.
Because you might have a disparaging, you might have one issue that you're paying pretty good money for, and the rest you're picking up cheap, and then it averages out, but the one issue is driving everything else up that you're wanting,
Unless it's just a really bad lot to start with, and you probably shouldn't buy it.
or you're buying from a guy and you're trying to combine shipping. I've done that too, where it's not really a lot, but you're trying to combine stuff to where you actually get a better deal for the whole lot that you're trying to buy.
Right, you're doing it shipping,
separate.
Especially nowadays, dude. Shipping is insane.
It is. It's
the
absolutely
the bane of my existence right now, dude. I hate having to send anything out. I'm happy to have a sale on my eBay store, but it's like, fuck, now I gotta go to the post office and waste money on shipping.
Did you see I did a 5-hour stream earlier this morning from about 1:30 on to early morning?
I saw you were streaming, but no, I was kind of busy today at work, so I was listening to I listened to the replay of the Jack Show with Anna and Cecil, and It's a Gundam, I think, was on with them last night. I don't know how much longer I'll still be watching that show. It's not the same without John.
Yeah. Well, I see where your priorities are. You didn't want to watch my show. That's fine. Yeah, well,
bro, I went through 2 hours a fucking day, every day minimum. I'm sorry if I don't do replays on some of your late night draw streams.
I get it. I'm joking.
And the other thing, mister, if you want to bring it up, you didn't tell me all this crap. Well, I can't have you and Homer on at the same time because you guys get out of line. I watched some of the replays of your late night draw streams with Homer, and you just let him go wild at night. It's just for 4 o'clock shadow. We don't want to have him, doing his thing.
No, I never said that, and we've had him on. In fact, the day you didn't show up, he co-hosted with me. I've never said that. I don't want to have him on.
Okay, now you're just fucking.
Anyway, I want you to look at this Todd McFarlane, where you have a back-to-back here. That's what I'm proposing to do with. I was talking about that on my earlier stream.
A butt-to-butt.
A butt-to-butt, yeah, where you have euphoria and you have hallucinogenia, but half would be in color, and half would be in black and white and grayscale. And they're sisters. I've worked out a lot of their story.
Okay. The only question I have about that is they're both very visual, very kind of psychedelic characters. Why would you want to do one of them in black and white and grayscale?
Okay.
That was my question.
Because it's kind of like antimatter. She absorbs light. She takes all the color out of things. Their powers cancel each other out. They're opposites. They're sisters.
Yeah, okay.
And that causes a little tiff.
You thought it out. You got a reason for it. It's not.
I do. Okay. Yeah, I've got a reason for it. Yeah, and
I've seen both of these characters in color, and they're both very colorful characters. That's why I wouldn't
you've never seen this one color, hallucinogenia in color yet. No, just the little sketch card that was in black and
Okay,
white.
I thought that.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever.
Okay.
She's showing
Well,
me something.
anyway, I'm just saying that
Look at the time.
what I was doing was proposing a flip book. Euphoria on one side and then flip it around, and Euphoria in color, and then hallucinogenia on the other side in black and white and grayscale.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, and I kind
But
of worked
that's
out
never
some of
been done before. No, I like the flip books. That's pretty cool. I was just fucking with you, man. Gee,
well, what's
you're
different
starting
is,
to annoy me a little
one's in
bit tonight.
color and one's in black and white.
I've been up a long time.
Okay, yeah, all right.
Starting to get a little grumpy here. So.
Okay, well, I was just trying to tell you the latest that I hammered out on those characters, and what I was working on. But
Okay, well, I was just asking a question, and I could swear I'd seen that other character in color already, or at least you were telling me about. Whatever.
right.
It's okay.
Yeah. I think I'd propose. Well, I asked you, should I leave it in black and white and grayscale, or should I do it in color? And I think the consensus was leave it in black and white. So if we're gonna do that on the sketch card, I was like, well, maybe she absorbs light or in color, and she's kind of the antithesis of her sister Euphoria. They're both trippy, psychedelic. But one's in black
see,
and
that was
white
a
and
new
grayscale.
that was a new twist you added to her in your head, and I didn't know about it yet.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to
So now that makes a lot more sense to me now.
That's where you
totally
probably got the color, because I'd ask you, should I do this drawing of her in color? And I think the consensus was leave it black and white and grayscale, because I kind of liked it that way too. I was hoping you would say that, because I thought, well,
you know me, dude. If I have the choice,
right.
Unless it's really, really good coloring, it's like really impactful. I'm probably gonna go black and white with grayscale just because I like that kind of thing,
Right. Well, I was proposing that their powers cancel each other out and they become kind of normies. Of course, some of the people like Bud. Huh?
I'm sorry. I was gonna say, speaking of crazy prices on artwork and stuff like that. Do you get that message from Elsie earlier? The Frank Frazetta painting of the Jungle Girl with the Black Panthers, and she's got the dagger in her hand and shit. Apparently sold at auction recently for $1.75 million, damn near $2 million.
And what was the piece?
It was Frank Frazetta's The Jungle Girl, and she's got the two Black Panthers with her, one on either side. She got a dagger in her hand.
Okay.
It's a classic
I didn't get that.
Frazetta piece. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
1.75 mil for the original painting, I guess. That's insane.
If you think about how old that piece is, and it is Frazetta, that's pretty cheap.
Dude, but who's got almost $2 million to spend on a painting? That's fucking. It still boggles my mind that people can spend that kind of money on a piece of art.
Yeah. I get that. Holy snap, says Ginkgo. Yeah, my system's messing up again. I can't even get you on screen, Shadowhawk.
Yeah.
Anyway,
you're getting a little choppy, Rex. I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, let me kick my.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll hang for a minute. Now that he's gone, jeez. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just getting grumpy because I've been up for like going on 16 hours.
My
now. I gotta get some food.
Being a little choppy.
I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. Find some food. What do I do, Rex? Do I go grab some gyros? Do I order a pizza? Or do I find some frozen crap to throw in the oven?
Do if you're not feeling it, and you got the money, yeah, order something, have them deliver it. I mean, order pizza. Shadowfox says, Carrie, and
okay, Carrie.
Kelsey
We'll
says,
leave it up to the chat. What do you guys think? I only
they're
got to
all
go about
saying
a block
pizza.
or so. Okay, well, I only got to go like a block and a half for. God
Hey,
damn it!
In this weather,
Am I still here? My
Yes, you're
StreamYard is
still here.
freaking out, dude. I think I'm gonna get kicked in a second. Am I still here?
You're
Wait,
still
hold
here.
on. Let me see if I can. Okay, let me see if I can close this.
Yeah, he closed it. All right. On that, with the technical problems and everything, we're going to call it. Keep collecting. We'll see you tomorrow. Bow.